Welcome back to my channel, Correcting the Narrative. Welcome. I see I have some new subscribers, so thank you for subscribing. Come hither. Don't forget to like. And I'm all new at this. What did they say? Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Was that TikTok? I don't know. But don't forget to do all that. Anyways, let's talk about the Social Security. What's his name? Lee Dudick. I can never pronounce these fucking Republicans' last name. Dudick, whatever. Lee Dick. Lee Dick. I'm such a big kid. That's a millennial humor. Lee Dick. Anyways, welcome to my channel, Correcting the Narrative. We're about to get into the Social Security debacle with this DOGE ruling. This is hilarious. Another hilarious story. So we said that March is the month that keeps on giving, and indeed it is. So U.S. Judge, this is the Daily Beast. So U.S. District Judge Ellen Hollander, who was appointed by President Barack Obama, issued a temporary restraining order on Thursday, accusing DOGE of conducting a fishing expedition at the SSA, Social Security Administration, and said it had not identified or articulated even a single reason it needed access to private data of millions of Americans. So her new temporary restraining order also required DOGE affiliates to delete any personally identifiable information data they've acquired from the agency. And she has ordered them to remove any software they've installed in SSA systems. Her order, however, allows the DOGE affiliates to access Social Security data that is redacted or anonymized, but only if these DOGE representatives receive proper training and are the subject to a background check. So, she also went on and said, something along the lines like, hey, you can't have these people, and you can't try to conceal their identity and then allow them to have access to Americans' personal data. And, dude, we don't even know who these kids are. You're trying to hide them. You can't just hide their identity. We got to know who is in charge or leading the charge and freaking going through our Social Security private information and downloading things to softwares and trying to who are these people? That's pretty much what she's saying. You're not even giving us the names of people, so that's even a problem. So the acting commissioner, Lee Dick, he was on some fuck all that shit. Fuck what this judge is saying. So this is still the Daily Beast. The Trump administration has threatened to shut down the Social Security Administration over court ruling that blocks Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, from accessing the personal data of millions of Americans. President Donald Trump's interim Social Security chief, Lee Dudick, who has been working closely with DOGE, warned that the Social Security Administration could be forced to cease operations if Musk's team continues to be denied access to the information. And he says, my anti-fraud team will be DOGE affiliates. My IT staff would be DOGE affiliates, Dudick said in remarks published by Bloomberg. As it stands, I will follow the judge's order exactly and terminate access by all SSA employees to our IT systems. He said, he goes on to say, he said that he planned to request an immediate clarification from the judge. Then he says, really, I want to turn it off and let the courts figure out how they want to run a federal agency, he added. The U.S. District Judge Ellen Hollander, who was appointed by Barack Obama, issued a temporary restraining order on Thursday accusing DOGE of conducting a fishing expedition. So that's what I was talking about when she made that thing yo, y'all can't even be doing that. So he's come back and look, can you clarify what you just said? And she's like, hold up, wait a minute. So she clarifies in her Friday afternoon letter. Hollander clarified that Social Security Administration employees who are not either involved with or working with the DOGE team are not subject to the order. In addition, any suggestion that the order may require the delay or suspension of payment is incorrect. So Dudick he's like, all this bravado, Bloomberg, all these interviews, like, yeah, we ain't doing that. We shutting it down. We ain't listening to it. Well, his tune changed awfully quickly. So he goes on and he's like, oh, wait, hold up. After all this bravado, after all this, like, ooh, I'm in charge. So after she gives this letter, and Duddick reversed his stance late Friday after the judge's first letter. In a written statement, Duddick pointed to the court's clarifying guidance. Therefore, I am not shutting down the agency, he said. SSA employees and their work will continue under the TRO. The Hollander also a clarification. She like bet and directed in Holland's second Friday letter. She said she had directed the government to contact Chambers immediately if there's any need for clarification. Like, okay, if you need clarification, come here, I'll give it to you. So on Friday, a Social Security spokesperson said in an email statement to CNBC on Friday, we have received the court order and we will comply. Yeah, of course y'all gonna comply. Like, why do they think they have more freaking control than what they have? Like, they are totally overstepping boundaries. And they think that, like, federal judges and, like, us, the U.S. people, going to be like, okay, yeah, just do what you do. No, there are checks and balances that you guys seem to forget, and they make the argument like, no, these are activist judges, and this is democracy, and they're not even abiding by democracy because they can't outweigh the executive order, which is ironic and just fucking hypocritical because the executive branch is trying to say like, oh no, we should have all the power. Like, what? Y'all don't even make, what does that, huh? So anyways, he backed down. He was trying to be all yacht, and all these interviews. And then he ended up backing down like, okay, sure. I got that clarification. All right. Understood. So I just thought that was a hilarious story. And that was another lunch situation. Another lunch. It's lunchtime. It's lunchtime this whole March. Like, they keep on getting shut down left and right. And I love it. Oh my God. At least some of our institutions are holding for now. And that's hope.